first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And he returns this to the 22.
Hey, Lion! Focus, hot! Here we go.
Going to the air right away, Lawrence. And his first look is incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and that'll bring up second down. You talk about this Lions defense. In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out, they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
2nd and 10.
Lisa 24. Son, they started hot.
Lawrence will throw. Open man, this is Brenton Strange, the tight end. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Red on the red.
Going quickly here to Thomas. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. The Jaguars at 5-3 now on the year. They coming off the loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple of months, CD. 5 wins in their last 8 games.
And last week, they took one on the chin, but to me, this is a pretty resilient bunch. So I don't think they'll dwell too much on that loss. Maybe looking to come out in this one and make amends right now.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Lawrence completes it to Norwood. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 40. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10, right at the 40. Now Lawrence. A short throw there to Strange. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
Jaguars, first down.
Hey, Ron.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
10 here. Shot. 13, Lou. Here we go.
Straight ahead, ETN. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 11 more on that one and another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Looking middle, and that's complete. And the Jaguars are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. First and goal.
Red on red. Take right open. Hey, Soko, hot. Silver.
ETN will get it into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Like what we saw right there, good running down near the goal line because that was a really good drive. They were able to possess the ball, have some early success moving it downfield, and then clearly the most important thing, finishing things off with the ball in the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. You look at this Jaguar defense. It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9. Finds Gibbs on the check down. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass, a run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Jags take over in terrific field position.
Let's go. Dip. Hey, Soko, so hot. Here we go.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Down to the 42, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. He was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7.
Hey, easy. Route.
Lawrence going to fire it out wide, complete. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Sink right. Hey, lion.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Hey, ginger.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Norwood's got it. Complete. He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the 1st quarter, as that's a 1st down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Bashir Tootin, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0.
And Little, the kickoff for the Jaguars.
Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. Yeah, that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Yasir Abdullah making the stop. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. His throw incomplete. Trying to find Jameson Williams, but now it's 3rd down.
He was covered by Tyson Campbell.
Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. And instead, it's 4th down. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in the touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Hold it ready. 13, Luke. Hey. Still.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support. And I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. This brings up 3rd and
3. Take right open. Hey, easy. Route. Turn. This is hot.
Now Lawrence. Into space at the 45. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Hey, Lion.
Lawrence with a quick throw outside. That's complete. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
On red. 11. Hey, son. Here we go, son.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive.
Hey, Soko, hot. 11. Hot.
Now Lawrence to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 24-yard line.
That's the third time on this drive that these two connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
He gets it to Thomas. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be second down.
My next teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Hey, Phil.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
36-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
Lions take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw.
Griffith. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble.
Now 2nd and 5. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Second and 5.
Ready? 60 Eagles, 60, trap 60, trap 60.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted.
It's Jair Brown who's got it. And the Jaguars are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Down pass. Intercepted. The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Hey, Lion.
And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead, but that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. ETN bringing in another one.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN.
And he he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Well, that one hurts. That wipes away what would have been a big play.
Well, you and I both know coaches aren't real big on silver linings, but at least that play call was a successful one. Now the focus offensively, that goes to overcoming the penalty and making all that yardage back again.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. That's caught. It's Travis Hunter.
That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the 46, here's a 2nd and 7.
Gun. Red on red. 11. 11.
Here's Lawrence. A short throw there to Strange.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 40. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Jaguars, first down.
Hey, Ron.
First and 10 at the 40-yard
Soko,
line.
hot. Here we go.
A shotgun snap and again. And a loose football. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. The fumble on first down now. Here's 2nd down.
30 left. Grant, 23. Son. 11, Agate.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Great vision there by Lawrence as he scrambles for a first down.
That was earning a first down the hard way. You want your quarterback to be a scrapper, but you also want to keep him upright. He paid for that first down by taking a big-time hit.
11.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
2nd and 12.
Hey, Lion.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Screenplay, here's ETN.
And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down.
Lawrence giving to ETN here on the option.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. It'll be Lions football to start the 2nd half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect 2nd half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Cut 19! Cut 19!
Looking to throw. Griffith. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good for Lions. First down. A gain of 19 yards.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From the 31, here comes second and a yard.
60 Maverick! 60 Maverick!
Operating from the gun. Griffith. And his throw here is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now a handoff up the middle. Duarte. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
19 tight. Go.
Off play action. Griffith. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
19 Lions.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And that is incomplete.
But when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Let's go now. Steady.
Operating from the gun. Griffith. So we got a traffic there, and that's complete. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch, not much yardage afterwards.
Meeting the tough yards, they run it with a fullback. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. The fullback dive held up short. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Hey, easy. Route. Here we go.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one. It might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Rip, 23. Hey, son.
Play action. It's Lawrence. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
At this point, this offense feels like they could just roll out anything, and it would work. They are certainly in no hurry for this one to end. Now when they can rack up some stats and continue to add to their lead.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Jaguars. Bayshore Turton with his second TD of the game, his sixth on the year. As his guys were able to push that lead out a bit further.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper to the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Come on. Set.
Back to throw. Griffith. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Looking to throw. Griffith. He's airing it out for Williams. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. That flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault, because to me that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Steady.
The give right side for Gibbs. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Still going. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Lions are able to cut into that deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now down to 20. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense, because to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
Hey, here we go.
From midfield now, Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
when you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Hey, 10, attack. 11. 11.
Lawrence will throw. That is caught. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
Hey, James, Silver.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
And that's called winning at the point of attack, isn't it? Right there at the line of scrimmage. I know he's a little bummed out now. He doesn't get credit for a tackle for a loss, but no gain, his guys will take that.
And speaking of winning, to be as cheesy as we can, he was the winner of the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award from last week, so he's really stringing together some good football.
So not only did he get a gold star, he might have gotten a gold watch too, huh?
On third down, here's Etienne. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Turton will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Decent 24. Hey, Soko.
They'll try again. And this time he'll lose yardage as the defense not giving him any room to operate. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 102 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Man, These guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's airing it out for Williams. And got his man complete. Touchdown. Jamison Williams, 53 yards. And the Lions get a bit closer. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Thomas has got it. Complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? At this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
From the gun on third down, Lawrence. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains. Well, I'm sure he likes his performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the fourth quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see, and other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes. I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Here we go.
ETN once more. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 48 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
30 left. Hey, easy. Route.
He'll try again. And this time he is into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. You're in the fourth quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about
then finishing it off with the touchdown run. Winning football 101, check that box.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
He takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Cook it like these.
A 28-yard gain. And the Lions first down.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Detroit Lions first down.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
At the 16-yard line.
Check the Eagles. Check the Eagles.
Back to throw. Griffith.
Over the middle, that's the tight end center. And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Lions first down.
They'll run with Gibbs.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs
with career touchdown number 145, tying it with Marcus Allen for 6th on the all-time list.
And the Lions are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
They'll look to throw. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Handoff running left is Etienne.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 23. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Here's 2nd and 10. Hand off to Gibbs, headed right here.
And unable to get downhill there, so he'll take this up to about the 37.
search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
Going underneath, Gibbs has it. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Man open left side. It's his running back with it. From the 32 now. Here's first and 10.
It's a game
79 Broncos.
First down.
Operating from the gun. Griffith. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
Now a second and 2.
Looking to throw. Griffith. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jags are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And they'll indeed take a knee. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. And they will take a knee here. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
Big kick that time, 52 yards. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest.
On the jump.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. One final shot. They'll look to throw.
This pass down the field for Gibbs.
And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League. But fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.